regards to
Yeah, just like the purpose, growth. Because Miss Lego said something, I agreed. Then Trev said something different, and I agreed. You know what I mean? In terms of, did you hear what they said? What
so
you think?
I I agree with Trev and let go to some extent, right? But the thing with me is if when my money fluctuate because of the stock market, I could lose somebody. I'm not rocking with that. You gotta be able to be in the trenches with me to go to the palace. I don't operate like that. If I could pay for your love and submission and you a prostitute, you're not there for me. I just purchased you. That's how I feel about that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Does anybody remember the second point, or should I play it again?
Yep. Play the second part again, not the whole thing.
No, because he was long-winded. He talked about
It was a lot.
personality. So he said honesty, personality, and purpose. So the second part was personality and making sure that y'all personalities kind of line up in terms of what it is, like your, character, things that, make you, things like that. So he was talking about personalities lining up.
Okay. Diamond, did you remember that part? Ms.
No.
Taken's recap good enough?
But that's fine. I didn't remember most of what he said, but yeah, that's fine.
What's fine?
What she said, like that's the gist of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're saying that's good enough for you to answer?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good enough for me. Yeah.
Yeah. What you think?
Yeah, I feel like, personality is really important. If you're, opposites attract, yeah, totally, but I'm a big gamer. That's part of my personality. So if somebody's not a gamer at all, we really don't mesh. I'm also big into fitness and running. If you're the type to sit on the couch and eat all day, that we're not going to mesh. So you have to have most things in common, I feel like, and your personality's gotta mesh pretty well. Now my personality is dominant and wild, as wild as my hair. So my mate is probably not going to be as wild as me because we butt heads a lot. But I would expect him to have some type of something, because if not, I'd be bored all day and I would step out. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting last point you said in terms of, so he may not be totally the same, right? But I guess it's like empathy has to be pretty high, you think? Like just in terms of understanding what it is you like, love, etc.
That's honesty for you.
Yeah. I'm very honest too, but yeah, I'll understand to an extent. Like I would tell them straight up, like, look, personally, I don't really believe in monogamy, but if that's something you want, cool. But you have to have the personality that's going to keep me there and monogamous, or goodbye, I'm going to step out. But I wouldn't be rude. Like I would tell them that, So, but yeah.
Yeah. Anything? I know we moved through his 3 different talking points. Anybody want to just address something before we move on to the next topic? Any of it, don't matter.
I'm curious how you would tell him you would step out on.
I would tell him before we started dating, be like, look, I really don't believe in monogamy, and if he was like, no, I really like it, like blah blah blah, and I think I could keep you there, okay. But if it got to the point where like I really just wasn't feeling it, I would sit him down and be like, look, you're not enough for me. I need something more. I either need someone else to come into the relationship, or we're gonna have to break up. So, and then then it's his choice. So, yeah.
I
want to add something about the. Oh, go ahead, LetGo.
No, go ahead, bro.
I want to add something about that omission point, right? And I just want to put dudes up on game real quick. One of the strategies that I use to avoid women lying to me ever is to not judge, because people like to be truthful. The main reason people lie is because they feel like they're going to be judged. So anytime they prepare to say something, you just don't judge, don't react. And I would usually tell them a whole bunch of wild stuff about me, so they would feel very, very, very comfortable in our first conversation, and you'll get a lot more out of people. And if somebody was to happen to say, oh yeah, they got a train rat on them, then you just get the hell up out of there. But don't react to anything. If as long as the woman doesn't feel like you're going to be judgmental, then you'll be able to get so much more out of them early before it's too late for you.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's kind of like what went wrong with DJ Academics. when he found out that the girl that came to his house got a train ran on her. He didn't have to start going off and talk about she need to go get checked and all this and that. He could have just been like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And just kept his distance from her. And if he would have never said anything about that situation again, right? Because women are going to literally go to war for their image. They could go do all kind of dumb shit. But if you judge them on a dumb shit they did publicly, they're going to try to put you in jail. They're going to probably do whatever it is they can do. But if you just be like, oh, okay, damn, you know, my homeboy's just running, trying to, that's cool. And just don't have sex with her, let her spend the night in a little room she was in and send her home and just don't call her back. But this nigga wanted to judge her, right? So men judge in silence. We don't turn around and, you bitch, you hoe. No, you just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then set your boundaries.
And you think that is a
final thought on this one.
That the opposite reaction to that should be getting falsely accused? You think that's a sound
in that particular situation? Because women do, you know, some women do go through shit, right? But in that scenario, if he would have never called her out, if he would have never said, hey, I got a train ran to her, the girl that I was with for 2 years, people could do the math because academics runs his mouth like what, every day, just like we do. So people be knowing our business. So if you've been with a girl for 2 years, there's a possibility that somebody may know who the girl is. They probably seen the girl. So you just got to stay quiet. Niggas talk too damn much. But we judge in silence. Women judge verbally. We judge with our moves.
That wasn't the question that I asked.
What's the question?
I said, so do you think being falsely accused of something as egregious as he was falsely accused of is a justification for him judging her publicly?
Is an act.
No, but he could have avoided all of the hoopla if he would have. He could have avoided every bit of it if he would have just kept his mouth shut and been like, "Oh, okay." He even admitted that himself, and he's not a guy with game. He was able to realize that in retrospect.
What do I call women?
I mean, I was just asking because I'm just looking at it. I get it.
But what do I always say about women?
You say women are children.
Women are children, right? So when you put women in a childlike state by calling them out, they're going to act like a child. That's a part of men having the ability to protect women from themselves. You don't call them out because, like I said, a woman will go to hell over her image. Stay silent, bro. Let her do what she do. So to answer your question is, it's always going to happen like that. Would you
say that's a consequence of his action?
When it's a woman, yes. When you're dealing with a woman who just got a train, ran on her, she's going to do more dysfunctional shit because she was dysfunctional when she was at your house. You leave that shit alone. These women are go to hell for shit, bro. You're right.
Go ahead.
The problem is women are children. So you can't just turn around and expect a woman to do the right thing after you did some dumb shit.
I think the troubling part is that we're discussing him. Well, no, never mind. Fuck it. Go ahead. Well, I did. No, go ahead, bro.
All right. Well, Marcus, I see Marcus unmute and Andre got a hand up, so we can, I guess, finish this quick and then move on. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that what LetGo was saying was not that she was right for accusing him, bro. He just was saying you got to understand, you got to keep it P in them situations. Because if you shame somebody for their sexual history, especially with women having the ability to the next day come and say that they remove consent after the fact, you always got to be careful of that. And if he would have been around women more, he would have understood that you cannot shame them for their sexual history and expect that to go right. What's her other recourse? She can't beat you up. She has to figure out a way to get her revenge if she want it. And that's the easiest, most successful way for somebody to get revenge on somebody.
I guess my thought process
let's make sure Andre get in real quick.
I guess my thought process is that
hold on, Sweeney, hold on. Unless she's gonna relinquish the floor to you.
No.
Oh.
So how do we know that how do we know that this was a false accusation? Did something come out or something like that, or did she say she was fine? Like what happened?
Because he was
because video.
Yeah, the police got the evidence and they didn't charge after they saw they took his DVR and all his phones and came up, saw everything that went down and came up with the conclusion that it was consensual.
He got cameras all through his house.
Yeah, you got,
So they was able to see her flirt with the dude, get naked, dance with him.
Yeah. The cameras told the truth, Andre. Go ahead.
So they recorded. So it was recorded them having sex. Is that what you're saying? I'm
so
confused.
his house has
His house is under surveillance.
On surveillance.
Okay.
I
And
just
so-
have a question. I have
But
no idea what y'all are talking about. Could
Yeah, we
somebody
about-
give me a quick summary of
Nah,
what y'all
nah.
are referring to?
Miss Taken, you ain't missing nothing.
Okay.
You ain't missing nothing.